Hey everyone, have you ever really stopped and thought about why you're doing a good deed? Today we're going to explore that exact question. We've got a simple story for you, but it's got a surprisingly powerful lesson right at its core.
Okay, so let's just jump right in with a big question. Is a good deed always good? I mean, it seems like the answer should be a simple yes, right? But what if? What if the motivation behind it could actually change everything?
All right, so our story starts in what looks like just another ordinary classroom. Let's meet our main character, a young student named Sarah. But a simple announcement is about to kick off a really important lesson.
So her teacher makes this announcement that gets the whole class buzzing, a school-wide cleaning competition. And get this, there's a prize for whoever does the best job. I mean, you can just imagine the excitement in that room, right?
And Sarah's first thought? It's something we can all probably relate to. She thinks, I'm going to win this thing. I'm going to impress my teacher. So right now, her focus is totally on that external reward.
So later that day, Sarah runs home and excitedly tells her mom all about the competition. And this conversation, you guys, this becomes the real heart of our story. It's a huge turning point that's about to shift her whole perspective.
And right here, her mom offers this amazing shift in perspective. She kind of contrasts Sarah's reasons with some deeper ones. She says, instead of just wanting to win a prize, what if the goal was because clean spaces are loved by Allah? And instead of just trying to impress the teacher, what if it was to help your friends learn in a really good, clean environment?
This brings us to the core concept of this whole story, niyat. It's an Islamic concept, and it basically means intention. See, it's not just about what you do, it's all about the deep inner motive, the real why behind everything you do.
So her mother shares this really foundational teaching from a hadith. That's a saying of the Prophet Muhammad. It goes, Innamal al-amalu bi-niyat. And what that translates to is a super powerful principle. Actions are really judged by their intentions. Your why is what truly counts.
So the really crucial point her mom makes is this. When you do something totally ordinary, like cleaning a room, but you do it with a pure intention, like to please God or to help other people, that simple act gets totally elevated. It actually becomes an act of worship.
And you can tell this lesson really hits home for Sarah. So let's fast forward to the next day and see how this whole new understanding plays out. Because what happens next is kind of this quiet little mystery. The next morning, the teacher and all the students walk into their classroom, and it is absolutely spotless. I mean, it's cleaner than anyone has ever seen it before, just gleaming.
Of course, the teacher is completely amazed, so she asks the class, who did this wonderful cleaning? You can tell she's just ready to heap praise on whoever's responsible and hand over that prize.
And this, right here, is the big turning point. The teacher asks who did it, and the room is just silent. Crickets. Nobody comes forward to take credit. And Sarah, the same Sarah who was so determined to win yesterday, she doesn't say a single word.
Well, the teacher is pretty determined to get to the bottom of this, so she decides to do a little detective work. And the truth behind this super selfless act is just about to come out.
She goes and talks to the school's caretaker, and, yup, he confirms it. Sarah was the very first student to arrive that morning, exceptionally early. And just like that, the mystery is solved.
So the teacher gently pulls Sarah aside and asks her why she didn't say anything. And her answer just reveals how much her mindset has changed. She explains, I didn't say anything because my mother taught me to clean with a good intention, not just for a prize.
Wow. The teacher is just incredibly moved by this. She praises Sarah not just for the cleaning, but for her character, for her heart. She reinforces that lesson, telling her, Allah loved your good intention. He rewards every good intention.
And so, in the end, Sarah is awarded the prize for the cleaning competition. It's just a beautiful ending, isn't it? It shows how her pure intention was rewarded not only spiritually, but in the real world too.
Okay, so let's really unpack this. What are the big lessons we can pull from Sarah's story? Let's break down the true power of niyat.
This really shows the transformation perfectly. It's like a simple formula. Step 1, you have the action, in this case, cleaning a room. Step 2, you add the intention, to please God. And the result? Well, that simple action becomes an act of worship, a real act of service.
So what's the big lesson here for all of us? Well, first off, your why matters just as much as your what. It's huge. Also, a pure intention can literally turn the simplest task into something really profound. And you know what?
Sincere actions often get recognized and rewarded, even when you're not looking for it. But the biggest takeaway is that the true reward, the real prize, comes from the motive inside your heart, not just the outcome everyone else can see.
And that brings us to one last thought for you to take with you. As you go about your day, just think back to this story. Whether you're, I don't know, making a meal, doing your work, or helping out a friend, just pause for a second and ask yourself, what's the real intention behind my next action? Thanks so much for joining me.